Today I'm gonna be showing you the ultimate mid-game to late the game guide in Storm Simulator. Let's get started. Now, the first thing you want to do is complete many quests. Make sure you complete all black bear quests so you can get the free mythic egg and place it in your hive and get some random mythic. Now, make sure you kill the Mondo chick a lot of times because there is a chance to get a mythic. Plus, it gives very good rewards. And it gives the Mondo blessing for 1 hour, which is off. Now, this will increase your honey by boosting. And before any boost or grinding, make sure you kill the Mondo check every single hour. And so you can get that Mondo blessing. The faster you kill them on their chick, the higher the blessing will be. And yes, if you leave them on their chick for like 2 minutes left, you still get 1 times Mondo blessing, so that's unfortunate. Now, another thing you want to do is grow planters. For example here, I have a candy planter, and there's a chance to give me dang loose. So let's see, boom. Dang loose already. I got tangles from the candy planter in Stumpfield, and then I'll just regrow the planter, and there's a chance I might get tangles once again. Now, another thing you want to do is, from how to progress is firstly, you want to immediately buy the canister. You do not want to buy the jar, the backpack. You want to just go for the canister. Then you want to go for the vacuum. Firstly, for the magnet, then for the vacuum, and for the masks, I just recommend you getting the basic boots, and pretty much the helmet. That's the only things you need on this shop. After you grind a lot and lock many bees, you will go to the 10B zone, and there you have your first ever memory match. Now when should you use the memory match? If you have more than 500,000 honey, then yes, play the memory match because it can give you very good loot. As you can see, I got an enzyme from the memory match, that's amazing. Now from this shop, you want to firstly buy the mega truck. Then you want to buy either the compressor or the elite barrel, and then immediately go for a portal. So you do not want to buy the compressor straight up. Go for the elite barrel, and then go for the portal high. Now, you want to buy the parachute of course, because it will make you. Now parachute is useless. You do not need parachute. You're gonna get the glider later. In the 25B zone, you want to buy the pulsar immediately, or the electromagnet. I recommend you getting the electromagnet, and then immediately go for a honey dipper. Do not buy, let me show you. Do not buy the scissors. It's super useless, and you'll regret spending that 850,000 honey. Now, you want to buy the proper hat, yes. You want to buy it. It will give you some good amount of 50% pollen, 15% the brave guards. You don't really need it. But you want the bomber guard, and you look our guard. These are the things you need. And hiking boots. You don't really need hiking boots, because the 25B zone will make everything better. And now, we have another shop here in the Denby zone, which is the Dapper Bear Shop. Well, the Dapper Bear Shop will give you some good loot. Firstly, make sure you complete all the Dapper Bear quests. And here, you have planters. You want to buy the plastic planter, and if you can buy the candy planter, buy both of those planters. And then if you can buy the tacky planter, and the best side planter, make sure you do those stuff. It's very great. They're very great. And when you firstly buy the plastic planter, you want to grow it, and there are future ones, so you can get some good stuff. Now, we come to the 25B zone. Well, this zone has some good stuff. First you have the fuel booster, which you should activate in an hour. See what field you get, and go to that field and start grinding. Now for the shop, to go inside and buy the golden ring. Firstly, buy the golden ring. Do not buy spark stuff. I'm gonna talk in a video later. Why shouldn't buy it? You want to buy the beekeeper boots, the beekeeper's mask, the Mondo belt, the porcelain zipper, and then finally, the porcelain portal high, and the glider. 5 million. That's what you want to buy. And then you want to buy a couple slots. So then you want to increase your slots until 30. After gets 25 BS, you have to get 30 BS. And after those 30 BS, you want to go to the on its B zone. Now on its B zone is great for the quests because they will give you a star treat after you complete all of them. And plus, down there on the diamond, on the black bear, here you have a diamond which egg, you can get here. Now make sure you do not use that diamond Simply egg. Save it for the diamond mask. Now, when we're talking about masks, what masks should you buy? Well, after you become mid-game and grind, and you want to become late game, simply buy the honey mask. That's it. Buy the honey mask. Do not buy the fire mask or bubble mask. Just go for the honey mask. And then go for the cobalt and crimson guards. They are both very OP. And then finally, buy the honeycomb belt, because it will give very good loot. Now, after you do those stuff, you essentially want an endgame mask, right? But first, before you get an endgame mask, you want to unlock 35 bees. So after you lock 35 bees, you want to go and start killing the coconut crab. You want to kill very regularly, because it'll give you tons of good loot, and it will increase your honey making because you get good loot. Then after you get that good loot, you will be able to craft stuff like the coconut canister and all those good stuff. Now, you will firstly want to buy the coconut canister and then buy the coconut clocks. And finally, after you buy those coconut clocks and coconut canister, you can go for your endgame mask, which will essentially be the gummy mask. The gummy mask will give you OB stuff. And it's pretty much the best mask for mid-game to end a late game. Now, after you get your first spirit petal, you will want to go and buy the petal want. That's right, petal want you want to buy. The better one to with your first spirit petal. And the second thing you want to do is actually get your second spirit petal. You want to use it on the wind shrine. Then the wind shrine will essentially give you a chance to get the windy bee. And then you have to farm a bunch of cloud vials and donate them all to the one shrine. So there's a big chance you can get windy bee. Now, why don't you buy battle belt with your second spirit battle? Well, for the simple reason that windy bee will give you the op stuff, like the tornado, the rain cloud wide boost, the instant conversion, the 2x boost from clouds. It's an absolute game changer. And after you get the third spirit battle, of course, buy the battle belt. That's the thing. Now, after you get all of those stuff, you should be able to look something like this. This should be your equipment. And after you unlock all those stuff, you have to grind for 50 bees. So after you get those stuff, you have to grind your honey for 50 bees. Get 50 slots. Get 50 slots. Get a lot of gifted beasts. So you want to be a mixed type until you get Supreme Star Amulet. And after we get Supreme Star Amulet, you simply want to switch to a blue hive. Why? Well, blue hives are very effective for late game answering and game players. Because, blue hives are very easy, you know. White hives are hard because there is gummy bar. There's star, so there's gummy store. It's a hard hive to control. Plus blue hive will make you tons of honey. So you can switch. After you switch to blue hive, you want to start grinding for the gummy boots. If you want to grind for the gummy boots, and after you get the gummy boots, you finally want to start switching. After get the gummy boots, grind about 200 trillion honey as a blue hive, or even 300 trillion honey as a blue hive, and then you can switch to what hive? Well, I recommend you firstly starting with the red hive. Red hive will really teach you how to use Starsa. You will really practice the precise marks. But if you're just really confident, you can go ahead and switch to white hive, but you regret it. Because for white hive, you need the gummy baller, especially to make it just any honey. So I recommend you switching to red hive. And when you're red hive and you have the before you switch red hive though, you want to get the demon mask. You want to buy it, and after that switch to red hive. After you switch to red hive, you want to buy a bunch of jellies. Switch them to spicy, precise bees, and at least 7 vector bees. That's the thing. And then started running for the dark side, of course. After grinding for the dark side, and you finally get the dark side, well, you can start making tons of honey after you reach an amount of, let's say, 500 trillion. No, not really. 500 trillion. 300 to 400 trillion. You finally want to start running the gummy baller. And after you get the gummy baller, you want to switch to a white hive. Now, why white hives? Well, they are the best white hives currently in the game. Now I do not know what will happen in business. In business, red hives may be the best hive colors, but for now, just stay red after you get the demon mask. And that's all. That's how you will get all of the end masks properly. And this is how you progress properly. You, of course, want to also macro. What I mean by this is pretty much macro in whatever field you want. And when you are blue, she wants to macro only pine tree, fuse forest. And you want to grind, collect honey. And that's how you get those 500 trillion easily. Well, that was the whole video. I hope you enjoyed. And for my efforts, please like and subscribe, because these videos take a lot of time and I have to focus on school and videos. And it's hard for me, but I would really appreciate and subscribe. And also I made memberships. You get cool badges, emojis next to your name just whenever you comment, and you get prior to have reply from me whenever you comment on my channel. Sometimes I cannot see all comments because there are way too many of them. But when you remember, I will always see your comments. I will always reply, and I'll give you the best tips possible. That's all. Have a great day or night. And peace out.